Welcome to my studio. I cleaned up for you all. You might not think so, but this is very, very neat in this place right now. I find it slightly disconcerting. Anyway, I think appropriately we're starting in my library end of my studio. And this little desk used to be my quiet contemplation corner, and now, ironically, it is my Zoom station. And here is my drafting table where I experiment and muck about with different materials. Right now I'm playing with sand and trying to paint with mud, which turns into dirt once it dries and kind of makes a big mess. And I collect a lot of stuff. Here's my stick collection and my rocks that stare back at you. And here's my little ode to red and to vintage office supplies. And my little altar to travel, to the road not traveled, because I'm traveling on 0 roads these days, like everybody. Now moving over to my computer workstation, I'm going to show you a little bit of the process of making a spread from my latest book, A New Green Day, from Neil Porter Books at Holiday House. It came out this spring. So this spread needed to communicate the fact that the veins of a leaf echo the branch structure of a full-grown tree. And as I got to this point, this was version 11, I tried many different leaf shapes. I realized I needed the leaf shape to echo the shape of the leaf canopy of a full-grown tree. And what leaf ended up looking like its tree that it came from. And it turned out that a sycamore tree did it the best. So I ended up, this is version 30. This is how it looked in the finished book. And I'm going to show you the leaf print that I used. So I made many, many leaf prints. I collected leaves in parking lots, on hiking trails, and I washed them, flattened them, inked them, and printed them, and made hundreds and hundreds of leaf prints that then I scanned into the computer, colored and layered in different ways, so that I would take like many different versions of the same leaf and lay them on top of each other and try to get that mottled, interesting, textury effect that real leaves have, trying to give them life. So today, my studio visit, the theme of it seems to be shape rhymes. And that brings me to Hey Water, because the genesis of this book, I was in Death Valley where there is no water, and I woke up one morning thinking about the fact that a droplet and a pond and a puddle and a lake all had this similar shape. They were shape rhymes, and that a river and a stream and a hose all have the same sinuous shape. And I thought, oh, that's something that would be interesting to children, and they can find their own shape rhymes in the world. So that was the genesis of the book, was that visual idea. And it carries through into a book that I'm going to work on soon for Neil called A Seed. And it is the life cycle of a sunflower seed. And the genesis of this book also was the fact that a seed shape could make a petal shape. The two, if you double it over, it's the shape of a sunflower leaf. It can be the shape of the rays of the sun, the shape of a bird's body, a bird's head, a bird's beak, the shape of a tree itself. So all those things came together, and it became this book. And here's my inspiration wall. I have lots of stuff that just makes me happy to look at. Things my daughter made, things I made, things that I found out in the world that are beautiful to me. And here we have the cardboard city that I hope to make someday. I've been collecting cardboard boxes while in the pandemic. You know, we're getting a lot of deliveries these days. And I've been collecting boxes and interesting cardboard things that I want to make. I'm going to paint them all and make them into a city, which might turn into a book, but maybe not. It'll just be fun to do. Anyway, thank you for visiting with me today in my studio, and I'll see you on Zoom.